stop being too naive in what I thought we could achieve. Girl, let me know the deal. If you think you keep it real, I can't seem to find it. Whoa, it's as if I never knew you. You leave me in a daze. Love seems so far away. Are you about to avoid my question with some kind of confession?
Oh no, we don't care. You got to DJ, kick it again.
Let me see you just
wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble.
Hey, big girl, make a bag it up. Make a bag it up. Hey, big girl, make a bag it up. Make a bag it up. Bag it up. Bag it up.
We're here, we live. Facebook family, Black Travel Movement family, friends and family from around the world. Welcome to the Life Luxe Jazz Brunch
Experience.
It's a brunch experience.
There you go.
It's a Life Luxe Jazz Brunch experience. I'm here with the chef, Chef Raul Thomas.
Buen provecho!
Kitchen. This is actually a cook-along event. Some people are going to be cooking along. Raul's going to do what he does. I'm going to try to stay out of the way. We're going to come back and I'm going to introduce you guys to everybody who's in the room. We're going to have a great conversation, mostly about the life.
Wait. Are you telling me you're not going to cook?
Well, I can burn.
Are you telling me I got to do this by myself?
What's
Wait. I didn't sign up for that. That's not what I signed up for. I was told that I'm going to teach you how to do this.
Excellent.
That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Okay.
Matter of fact, all of us are going to learn together. So Raul, I'm going to let you do what you do. I'm going to be here taking notes and instruction, and I'll try to stay out of your way.
That kind of scared me.
What are you making today?
What are we making today? Buen provecho, everybody. Welcome to reality TV. So if anything burns, just know that it wasn't me. It was Rick Joyner. All right, here we go. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. No, just joking. Thank you and welcome to a great Life Luxe Jazz experience. We're going to be cooking some Caribbean food today. I am your chef, Raul Thomas. I am born in Puerto Rico, raised in New York, and I've been in Georgia for about 20 years, cooking some great fabulous foods. And you guys have never checked out my restaurants, I've never been to any of my catered events, never seen me a real man cook or any of those other events. Today is your day to get to see what I do. So right now, I'm just burning a little bit of butter because I'm going to make a little Spanish omelet. Now, you guys all saying, yeah, omelet. Yeah, no, it's not a regular omelet. This is a Spanish omelet. What makes a Spanish omelet is that my father, years and years ago, when we was around the house on a Saturday morning, we always wanted him to make breakfast because this omelet is special. It's called a tortilla española. Tortilla española. And it has some vegetables. It has green peppers. It has some onions. It has some red peppers. It has tomatoes. I'm even going to put some avocado and some portobello mushrooms in it for those vegan people that can check it out, okay? While we're doing that, I got a little bit more for you guys to go. So I'm going to start right now with a little bit of butter going in there. I'm going to throw a little bit of green pepper. All right, we're going to start just with the omelet today, okay? And after we do that, we're going to put a little bit of red onions inside of that. We're going to start sauteing this a little bit. We're going to go ahead and take a little tomato. And, you know, my dad was an influencer in the house. He only cooked twice a year. He cooked one Saturday, and then he cooked on Thanksgiving. So we all look forward to it because he was a great cook, but he worked so hard that he never wanted to be inside the kitchen. Well, guess what his son ended up being? Chef. That's right. That sounds funny, but it's not. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a little bit of onions, peppers, some tomatoes together. I'm going to take a little bit of kosher salt. I'm not Jewish, but a little kosher salt. Put that in there. We're going to mix that up. We're going to take a little bit of adobo. That's right. That's what makes it Spanish. Adobo, okay? A little bit of adobo inside. We'll season that really nice. And then I just personally like to add a little bit of olive oil, only because it just enhances the flavor of the food. I'm going to put a little bit of black pepper inside of this. Now I'm seasoning my vegetables, okay? I'm going to go ahead and take some cilantro flakes. Plenty of these, okay? Remember, it is a Spanish omelet, okay? It's going to start yelling in a minute. It's going to start sounding like a chihuahua. All right, you guys are ready? We're going to go from there. We're going to take some tomatoes. Get those tomatoes roasting really well. I went ahead for camera time, and I'm going to go ahead and put these eggs inside. We're going to fill that up. We're going to go about halfway, and if you was following your recipe, it was 3 eggs per person. 3 eggs per person, okay? So we're going to go ahead now. This is the magic to this. The regular omelet, you're going to go ahead and you're going to take your spatula, right, Rick? Is that what you're going to do? And you're going to start moving it around, right? And you're going to start shaking it, and you're going to do all this crazy stuff, right? That's not what we're going to do. We're going to let it go, okay? So we're going to let it go. We're going to take a cap. We're going to put a cap on top of that. And we're going to come back in about 10 minutes, and we're going to show you how the Spanish omelet really looks. Take it away.
All right, thank you. I think we're going to start by doing some introductions. Cameraman, can you come on this side so we can get everyone? I'm going to introduce everyone in the room. Starting with Mr. Dynamic himself, Rick Joyner. Rick Joyner is an entire experience. Rick, thank you for coming. We appreciate you being here.
Man, Life Luxe Jazz is one of the greatest events for any tropical destination event that you could ever possibly go to. So I'm just glad to be here. And Chef Raul cooks great. And that's going to be more
I'll pay you later.
Mr. Sean Powell, welcome and thank you for coming, and thank you for your beautiful and lovely wife, who I'm saving for last. Maurice Foley. Maurice and I recently met. Maurice is actually a business owner. His company is doing a Black Travel Expo in Atlanta later on this year in October. I invited him to come out. We're going to be helping him doing some marketing. Good guy. Ooh, I wrote it down. Jamie Kirk. I just met Jamie. I'm sure he's an all-around good guy. Artemis Hart. Artemis Hart is a brother that I just met today. Restaurateur. This guy has impressed me more in 5 minutes than I've been impressed in a long time. He's got a heart for the community, the culture, and when he talks about food, it's not fun. D. Lucas, he's the musician on the scene. He's going to be playing something for you a little later, and I'm sure you're going to love it. Hold on. Tracy Newsom. I just met Tracy today too. Tracy, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think that's everybody. Did that get anybody? Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce our host for today, our true host, and the founders of the Life Luxe Jazz Group, Miss Diana Clarkson and Miss Terry Pop. Diana, thank you for inviting us into your lovely home.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for the Life Luxe Jazz experience. I would like, I'm going to have you guys talk a little bit, but I want to know what the chef has going on. Are you ready to go back on? We can save this for later.
Yeah, sure, I can go back already. Oh, why not?
Let's go back to the chef and see what he's got going on.
Okay, well, right now we're at the second point of almost perfection of this omelet. So right now, you take a really good look, and you see what's happening. It's actually developing a crust on the top. Move that so everybody can see that. And I'm gonna take my spatula and I'm gonna run my spatula around the sides just to make sure she ain't sticking. And I'm gonna leave that there. I probably need about another 2 or 3 minutes. Then we're gonna take it, we're gonna flip it over, and we're about ready to serve. Back to you.
Thank you. Hey, I also wanted to take a minute just to say thank you to Emil and Greg, the behind the camera folks there, the guys who are really making this work. Thank you guys. We appreciate your all right, let's talk about Life Luxe Jazz. I have never been, but I'm really, really excited about the event. I can't wait to get to Los Cabos. You know, I've been working out. I'm getting ready. I'm getting my beach body ready. But you know what?
We call that getting cobolicious.
I'm getting cobolicious. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm already Reggie with you, but I'm going to be cobolicious by the time we get to the event. The event happens November 4th through the 8th in Los Cabos, Mexico. I've never been to Los Cabos. I've been to Cancun. I've been to Tulum. I've been to all the other places. But
you saved the best for last.
I've saved the best for last. And I have seen pictures. I've seen videos. I've had conversations with BTM members who talk about the event. And everyone loves it. But Miss Tracy Newsom, she's a veteran. She's been a couple of times. Tracy, tell us about your experience at the Life Luxe Jazz experience.
Absolutely. So I'm originally from Seattle, moved here to Atlanta just not too long ago. And in 2019 was my first year going. I've never been to Cabo, never been to Life Luxe Jazz. And me and about 10 of my friends said, you know, we need a vacation, let's get some sun. Amazing event. And I got to say, it's really designed for people who like to be pampered on their vacations, comfy seats, amazing food, just great workshops, wonderful people. So I came with a crew of 10 last time. I think I'll be closer to a crew of 20 this time. So we're gearing up, but just great time, great food, comfy seats, all the things that you want to do when you're grown and want to go on vacation. So
Absolutely.
looking forward to seeing you all there.
We hope to see you all there. Diana and Terry, tell us a little bit about how you guys started and founded this wonderful experience. Whose idea was this?
I was actually her fault.
It's my fault. Yeah, she likes to, when we're having a bad day, she reminds me, you did this. I lived there part of the year. I was having a midlife crisis and was in the car. We were on our way to the airport to pick her up. And I said to one of our dear friends, Brian Evans, I said, Brian, could you live here full time? And he said, girl, I don't know, there's nothing to do at night for grown folks. And I said, you know, that's true. We need a jazz festival. So being the kind of person that never thought I couldn't do anything I set my mind to, when she got in the car, I said, Terry, let's do a jazz festival. She says, okay. And a year and a half later was the first one in November 2018. Had an incredible lineup. We had Greg Reporter. The only two people I insisted on had to be there were Greg Reporter and Mesa. And we had them. We had Bonnie James, Norman Brown, Keiko Matsui, Kurt Whalum, Najee. It was insane. On the beach at the property where I live. The thing that Terry and I had spoke a lot about was if we were going to do this, we wanted to take the experiences, the good things that we had experienced over the years, because we travel all the time, we've been to every event, and bring that event to Los Cabos, and the things we hated, like schlepping chairs or carnival food, eliminate that. So we wanted something that was grown and sexy, something that when you went, if you wanted to golf in the morning or play tennis or swim, or the American Heart Association's a sponsor, so they do the morning workouts. We also brought a spiritual element to it, which was different. So all kinds of spirituality. So we have a traditional church, and Donnie McClurkin blessed us in 2019. This year it'll be Marvin Sapp. But we have a spiritual for our kind of people that are on the beach. So we try to have something for everyone. That's why we call it an experience, not a jazz festival.
You can get your praise on Sunday morning after you were heathen.
Exactly. You can repent for all your sins for the 3 days you had before. But it really is, I mean, you know, I let Terry tell her part of it, but I think what we really wanted to do was to have something for us, by us, that really represented what we knew we enjoyed and was the best of the best. So it really wasn't about money. It really was about exposing people to Cabo. Cabo is a food experience extravaganza if you've never been. And if you've been to other parts of Mexico and never been to Cabo, you really haven't been to the best part of Mexico, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, that's very true. I echo those sentiments exactly. And one of the other things that Diana has two lovely children. I have one. And Life Luxe Jazz has actually been our child, and we gave birth to it. So I guess she's my surrogate mom, mother as well.
See how I ended up being the mom.
But it's been an incredible journey, and we've been able to. One of the things that I really enjoy about it is talking to the guests as we're going through, and they've met best friends. They came in 2018, and then we saw them in 2019. Well, the couple that was sitting next to me, we've now gone to their children's wedding. We're coming back. We're doing these things. So it's like a family reunion, you know. Instead of Tyler Perry's family reunion, it's like a jazz family reunion. So it is the most incredible experience that one could have, and we're hoping that everyone comes and visits us in November this year.
You know, one of the things, we're going to say the C word just one time in this room, and then we're never going to mention it again. We have all been dying to get out because of COVID. For the last year and a half, folks have not been traveling. People are starting to travel. I was just randomly scrolling through my Facebook the other day, and I saw a news article that said Los Cabos, Mexico is rated as
The
only
destination.
that is COVID safe or something like that. I don't know what the exact words were. I'm going to go look it up. But basically, the medical community said for folks who are traveling during this time, it's one of the destinations that they approved because they have so much in place in terms of safety protocols and you know, just having things done the way they're supposed to be done.
Yeah.
So, and I got my vaccination yesterday. My arm still hurts today, but it's okay. Folks are getting vaccinated. I think the CDC is going to come out with some new guidance on travel, and I'm pretty certain that by the time it's time to go to Life Luxe Jazz Experience, the world will be open again.
Absolutely. That's one of the things. Diana and I actually never stopped traveling through the pandemic. So we were there and we felt completely safe. You know, I always joke and say that it's safer traveling in the airport and on the airplane and in Mexico than at your local supermarket. And that is really true because you have to understand, Mexico, the economy is based on tourism.
30% of their GDP.
So they are committed to our safety and getting everybody back and feeling safe. And they do that. Once you get there, you'll be comfortable.
And they're very diligent about it. It's a culture where people do follow rules,
Yeah.
unlike the U.S. And so when I'm there, being a non-rule follower, I will admit it, I was coming out of the back gate of my subdivision, and they had police and army and all these people, what you would see in the U.S. as a sobriety checkpoint. It was a checkpoint to make sure you had your mask on, which I thought was a little ridiculous, because I'm like, I'm in my car by myself, and you're worried if I have a mask? Yeah, you have to wear your mask when you're driving the car. So I guess, to your point, Reggie, that there was some designation that just came out that different travel destinations are applying for, and it meant that 98% of the hotels in Los Cabos have met the safety standards for COVID, and they're the only destination in the U.S. that's made that. So,
Thank you. Hey, we're going to jump back over to the chef. I just saw him seasoning up some salmon.
So yes, we have just taken some salmon, some Alaskan salmon. Hopefully we'll do some Mexican salmon. Just got some salmon. We put some salt, some adobo, some garlic, a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of cumin, a little bit of cilantro. I buttered it. I rubbed it really down. I got my pan real hot. I mean, I've been running for about 10 minutes under that heat. I sprayed it, and now I'm gonna put some grill marks on the salmon, and then we're gonna finish the salmon in the oven. So I'm gonna turn this one over just so that we can see what it's gonna look like. We're gonna take that and we'll turn that over. We'll take that one and we'll turn it over. And then we're gonna leave that just there for a couple more minutes. We're gonna let that get some more grill marks. I'm gonna put them all in the oven, and then that's gonna be part of our thing. But guess what, guys? Take a look at that omelet. Remember that omelet we were talking about? There you go. So that omelet's ready to go. Looking really good, right? So what makes it dark is that you actually high heat, then you turn it real low and you let it cook. And when you're letting it cook, it rises almost like a quiche. Almost like a quiche. The difference is it has no dairy. So because this has no dairy, you can add anything to this. You can add onions, peppers, you can add fruit, you can add cilantro, you can add mushrooms, you can add anything you want to it, and it's still considered an omelet, not a quiche. Quiche has eggs and milk. Omelets have only eggs. Got that? Okay, so this is done. So we're gonna take that, and then at the end, magic surprise, that's what it would actually look like. There you go. All right, cool. So, don't get too happy, it's not time to eat yet. All right. So, the next thing we're gonna do is as we get this seared salmon, I've made a little lemon butter sauce for the salmon. So it takes a little longer than what camera time permits me today, so I'm gonna walk through that recipe really fast. You're gonna take a pound of butter. Butter.
Very low cal.
Take very low cal. So you take 4 of these, makes a pound. You're gonna put half of it inside your hot pan. You're gonna let that reduce very slow. You don't wanna cook it, because if you cook it too high, what happens to the butter? It burns, right? But if we do it real low, then actually the butter will not burn, right? Then we're gonna take that, we're gonna take a little bit of white wine. Yeah, Kirtland, here we go. And then we're gonna put a little bit of that inside there. We're gonna let that reduce to half, and then we're gonna take the other half of that butter, and we're gonna melt it right in there. We're gonna keep mixing it. We're gonna put some salt, some pepper to taste, right? And then that's your lemon butter sauce. All right, now you try that at home while I'm finishing up our salmon. Back to you.
Thank you. Well, this sounds like kind of like a television show, doesn't it? And I'm the host, and I'm freestyling. I did not practice any of this. I want to go around the room and just have a conversation with everybody. I want to talk about the Rick Jones experience.
Yes.
Rick is a really dynamic brother. I've had a chance to hang out with him a couple of times, and every time I talk to him, I learn something new. Like, I had no idea he had been to culinary school. Dude, like, he does everything. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and tell us about your experience at the Life Luxe Jazz Festival.
Well, I've been in radio, television, broadcasting, and broadcast media all of my life, which is longer than 40 years. And professional entertainment services, the Rick Joyner Experience umbrella houses the live entertainment piece where we do destination events providing what I call professional entertainment services, not just DJing, because to entertain is really a little bit more than that. So we've been blessed to do Smooth Jazz Cruise, and then in 2019 to do the Life Luxe Jazz Festival as entertainment DJ services. And we just had a great time on the stage, and the after parties were just incredible. One of my newest because of COVID, I guess, greatly, I've launched the sea moss gel business. That is very important in order to help our bodies to be stronger and to be better as we continue to get on the other side of COVID. And I am so looking forward to November 4th through the 8th this year, because we couldn't go last year, but this year, man, with Mesa, Hiroshima, all of these wonderful jazz artists, plus Confunction to bring a little funk. I'm a Memphis guy, so we love a little funk in our jazz. and it's going to be incredible. So everybody get your plans. Go to the website right now, www.lifeluxejazz.com, and get in the bunch. And I think, Diana, do we have a special gift for people?
Yes, as I mentioned, I'm obsessed with Mesa. I've actually, she probably put a restraining order against me. A stalker might say, we've been to everything Mesa does. She is my favorite person in the whole world, and we are giving away CDs signed by Mesa to people who sign up. And she's going to be there again. She's gracing us with her presence with her incredible band in 2021. So yeah, please sign up, and we'll send you that CD.
Excellent. Thank you. I'm going to talk a little bit to my Black Travel Movement family. Diana and Terry have been really great. I love working with them. I am gung-ho about promoting this event. I cannot wait to attend. We've kind of made a deal that for every Black Travel Movement member who signs up to go, we're going to create a special gift bag for them. It's going to have better t-shirts than this. We're going to design a special t-shirt. We got water bottles. We're putting together it's going to be a really nice gift bag. And every Black Travel Movement family member who signs up to go to Life Luxe Jazz gets a gift bag. I'll be there. You get to hang out with me.
That's the best part.
You know what I'm looking forward to? Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Mark Curry is the comedic host for the event. And Mark Curry, I've actually met him a couple of times. He is hilarious. And growing up watching Hanging with Mr. Cooper, I was like, I finally get to hang with Mr. Cooper. So that's going to be really cool. I'm really looking forward to that. Has he hosted before? Is this his first time? Is he always the host?
Yeah, this will be his second go around, and he is incredible. Not only is he funny, but he's personable, and the audience gets to get engaged with him all the time. He sort of picks on them, and they allow it and enjoy it as well. But we're so excited to have him back.
One of our favorite stories with him was he was in the audience, messing with people. And I don't know how he knew this, but he knew this one lady. And it was interesting because she had just had surgery. She's a sweetie from LA. And he says, "You got a pretty mouth. I bet you can sing." And it was, she was with her husband, so it was a little like, come on, Mark. She had surgery, so he helped her up. And he put the mic in her face. And this lady dusted out a song. And everybody went, "How did you know?" I mean, he never met her before in his life. He said, "You have a pretty mouth. I bet you can sing." And she could. It was incredible. So he's the best. We love him.
I am really, really looking forward to it. And, I, like every other Black person, spent some time in church. I'm really looking forward to meeting Marvin Sapp and hearing him. Never could have made it one more time.
That was everybody's anthem. I'm sure somebody we thought we never would have made it, right?
And that's one of the things that, most people grew up in church, our audiences, and to be able to offer that on Sunday morning, it's amazing how many people actually got up early after going to bed at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, got up for that 8 o'clock service, and said thank you to give thanks. And last year, like Diane said, we had Donnie McClurkin and Kirk Whalen and the beautiful Shalea, and we're excited for Marvin Sapp this year to come and bless us with his voice and his testimony. So he is certainly a wonderful person.
Let's talk. Now, I think Rick is probably going to be the person. Let's talk about the golfing. I personally am a golfer, not a very good golfer, but I'm looking forward to losing a few balls in Los Cabos.
Actually, Sean would be a good person to talk about.
Yeah.
Hey,
My terrible golf game, and I'm like, I'm not so sure I'm the right person, but I would like to talk about it. There is a symmetry between golf and music. You have to be in rhythm with your swing, you have to make the right contact, you have to have the right chemistry with your playing partners, or maybe the wrong chemistry if he's better than you. So you may not match up well. But there is a blend in both of them. Just to be able to play golf, a very serene game, provided we keep the ball in the fairway, then all goes well. But just the rhythm of the game, getting the right beat, just like in music, you want to have the right beat, And so I think it's really a good match. And I think, here in Mexico, first of all, the weather is fantastic. The golf course is in pristine condition. And so therefore, there's really no such thing as a bad day on the golf course, as golfers know. You're out there, you're enjoying yourself, you're having fun, maybe some money changes hands or maybe not, depending on who you're playing with and everything. So it's really a good prelude to the evening because you're out there, you're enjoying the sunshine, you're playing golf, you're having a good time. You take a little bit of a rest, and now you're ready for the night's activities. So I just think it's a good match to have golf and music, and you don't really have to be a great golfer. You will appreciate the game just like you appreciate the music.
And you played with Mike before, so you know how he is.
Well, yeah, Mike Phillips, I just have to say, he's a better golfer than I think I can get that right now. I'm coming for you, Mike, pretty soon. I'm taking lessons now, so beware.
Yes, so it's going to be fun.
This is Mike Phillips. I'm inviting you to join me for the inaugural Mike Phillips Los Cabos Cup. My love of music, my love of golf. When you combine golf inside of that, that's already existed in Life Luxe Jazz, I'm happy to be a part of it. A perfect foursome. Friends, food, golf. How can I leave out music? The music gonna be lit. Join me in beautiful Los Cabos, Mexico, November 5th, 2021, for the perfect foursome. Friends, food, golf, and of course, music.
I used to play baseball before I went into this craziness of becoming a chef. So, for the first 2 years, I used to have my coach step on my feet and say, "Stop lifting that left foot. You're not playing baseball, you're playing golf." Once I got that left foot down, I was able to go. I actually played with a team called the Weekend Hackers. And if you guys are watching today while you're on the course, get a bogey from me. Hit my first eagle last week.
Oh, wow.
First eagle was on a par 5 at Crystal Lake. The first hole, I was like, okay, I'm going home. I should have went home. I was like, I had a really bad day. Sometimes you get a little too excited. So, okay, so now we got a little bit of olive oil inside this next pan, which is Life Luxe Jazz. These beautiful pans there, they're just amazing. Of course, not gonna work. I gotta tell you, you could not, these cast iron pots are not just only good for roasting, but they're good for frying. They're colorful, they're vibrant. It's really important to have good pots when you're cooking. People don't realize that, but it really makes a difference. If the aluminum is too thin, then you're gonna burn it, right? If the cast iron is not right, then you get that flavor coming off the cast iron. So there's a lot of different reasons why you really want to have good pots. So there goes my plug. There you go. All right, great. We're gonna do some asparagus. So I have some asparagus already washed, already ready to go. I would normally, on an evening, I would put a whole lot of garlic on this. But because it's a brunch in the morning, I'm not going to use garlic today. Okay, so what I'm going to do
And why not?
So I want you guys to have a good day. And if you're breathing all over people, then it's not going to be the same, right? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this asparagus, and I got the olive oil heating up really, really good. And I'm just going to drop it right in there just like that. You're like, what the hell are you doing? You're not cooking it. Yes, I am. I'm cooking it. And I'm going to put this just like this. And this is a little recipe that I kind of created because people don't believe that honey can be cooked. And I use honey on this recipe. So what I do is I start with olive oil, I add butter, and then I glaze it with honey. I cover it, I let it simmer, and then when you pull them out, you have this really succulent taste of sweet asparagus. It's just really, really good. You guys are gonna love it, okay? So I'm gonna let that start to cook. And then I'm gonna get the butter, right? Because we're on a diet.
More butter.
Okay, just more butter, because we're on a diet, so we gotta use butter, okay? And we're gonna take that, and I'm gonna put one here, put one here, I'm gonna put one there, and then I'm gonna put one here. And I'm gonna hide that like that. Then I'm gonna take this honey, which I knew wasn't open. Open real quick. And then I'm gonna glaze this asparagus with this honey.
The whole bottle.
Just about. Just about. Right? They got me a little bottle. It would be cheap. That's okay. We got that. All right. So now we're gonna take that and we're gonna simmer this. And we're gonna let that simmer. We're not gonna mix it. We're not gonna turn it. We're just gonna leave that just like that. We're gonna cover that. And on the next turn, we're gonna season it to taste. Back to you.
Thank you. I am just so excited. You guys have been great. This guy's hilarious. The Rick Joyner experience is now kind of ingratiated into my life. Let's meet the folks at the table. I want to talk to Artemis. I want you guys to meet Artemis. Artemis is a dynamic brother. Artemis, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then tell us about Urban Walk. That's what I really want to hear.
Well, my name is Artemis Hart. I'm originally from Macon, Georgia, so yes, I'm a country boy. I know sometimes I don't sound like it, but after a few scotches, it comes out. I live in San Diego, California, and I also live here in Atlanta, Georgia. Bi-coastal. I just opened a restaurant here locally called Urban Walk. And Diana has blessed me with her presence a lot of times. I got into this industry because what I was doing from a corporate perspective just wasn't fulfilling anymore. I was doing consulting for private equity, a lot of M&A, but also a lot of firing and letting people go, for lack of better words. And so I always had a interest in wanting to own my own business, wanting to franchise. And a year and a half ago, I came across an opportunity with a gentleman that was looking for a partner investor. So I'm not a franchisee, and that's good to say. But after I tried the food and spoke with him, and we both just kind of had a flair for each other, I decided to invest in the company and bring the first Urban Walk to Atlanta, Georgia. We have 3 locations: St. Paul, Minnesota, Woodbury, Minnesota, and Atlanta, Georgia. We just got our franchise license to begin selling franchises nationally. And so I decided to bring one to Atlanta. So what is Urban Walk?
You gotta show the G.
Urban Walk. So what is Urban Walk? We don't say Asian fusion. We say global fusion because our food is for everyone. The other reason that I was passionate about this project is because I'm a diabetic. So I believe in eating healthy, and what I wanted to bring to the area was something that was healthy and flavorful, but also change the mantra from our culture that you couldn't eat healthy, or healthy eating wasn't good. And so I think Diana can attest to our menu that we have is that everything is fresh, everything is flavorful, and it is of quality. So I'll be very honest with you. I had a event that I was doing this week, and I had for Yelp, and I had a review. And this review bothered me all night. It really bothered me, and it still bothered me. And I had to go back to the book that I asked my team to read, the 4 agreements. And the 3rd agreement is don't take things personally. So got a review from a Yelp person, and the last thing they said was the food is pricey. And so I started thinking, what do you expect to pay in Atlanta, a major metropolitan city, for quality food? So I'll give us a plug. My facility is gluten-free, vegan, and dairy-free. My proteins are the freshest on the market. My chicken is antibiotic-free, non-GMO. My steak is a beef tip filet halal, and my shrimp is the freshest on the market. My tofu is so good, and I'm gonna plug it because I started out bringing tofu in once a week. I bring tofu in 4 times a week now. So that is a good indication that people are enjoying our food. But what I want people in this room and the broader audience to understand is that you put quality in your body, you're gonna pay for quality. And so then I stayed up last night doing research. So I looked at Chipotle, I looked at Gusto, which is the realm that we play in. You can go to Chipotle, get a chicken bowl with chicken thighs, and you're gonna pay $13, all in. And so, you know, for me, again, I let something personal bother me, but I think what I wanted to tell the world today is that we should put quality things in our body. And because I'm a diabetic and been one since I was 19, that's something that I've always believed in. More importantly, for our culture, we are a culture that suffers from diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension, and an array of diseases. And a lot of this can be solved merely by changing our diet and our eating habits. It's okay to splurge every now and then, but the eating habits is what makes us tick on a daily basis. So, Urban Walk, we're in town, Brookhaven. We opened December 28th. The feedback from the community, from the culture, has been amazing. We do have a rule for first-time customers. You cannot break my rule, but the rule is when you walk in the door, you're always going to be greeted, but you have to get a complimentary beer, wine, or champagne on the house. We have a very minimalistic decor, and then we have nice tunes playing throughout the day in a very clean environment. So my 5 mantras that I made every one of my team members sign: customer service has to be the best in Atlanta. The facility has to be the cleanest in the facility. And Diana knows how I am about my restrooms. Not only is it clean, but it smells good. Communication has to be clear, concise, and consistent. And when we mess up, we don't make the customer pay. We eat it, we apologize, and we make it right. Teamwork, and at the end of the day, have a good time. At night, when we clean, the music changed from Al Green to Migos. We each get a wine, we each get a beer, and we clean. I also consider myself one of the top hair employees in the market. Not only do they have a base salary commission, but if you're with me at a year's time, you get equity in the business. But there's a caveat to get that. You have to read a book a month. So for me, it's not about the money, and I will say this live, it's not about the money, it's not about the money. But it's about educating our young culture around investing in themselves. So our 2021 mantra in our story is health, wealth, opportunity. And so we have to get to a point to where we are not only investing in ourselves and making the best decisions, but investing in ourselves to make sure we build that wealth aspect. So again, it's not about the money, but it sure does help when we're trying to build a brand. Got a blessing yesterday. We got told that we got our next location in Midtown on High Mill Road. So Urban Walk number 2 is coming later on this year. And I just want to invite people out. One last thing I'll plug. The first Friday of every month, I do something for my customers. No purchase guarantee needed, but we do drinks with the owner. I feature a private bottle for my private reserve. Last month was Eden Rare Bourbon. Next month is going to be Dos Artes Tequila. And then in May, we're going to have the best drink on the market because it's my name, Artemis Cabernet. But again, you know, I'm just trying to bring something that is healthy, flavorful, cool, fun, hip to the environment where the customer service is unmatchable in the local market. So, and then the last thing is the food is a lot of food. So the food lasts 2 to 3 days. So if you can get a plate of food or a box of food or a container, eat some that day, eat some for breakfast, and eat some for lunch. And again, Diana can attest to that. So she invited me to this. Her and Terry, we really want to thank you guys for allowing me to do this, and thank you for bringing me in.
Can I just tell you, I told you that brother was impressive. Like his story, his passion for the young people. I just got to applaud you, brother. You got new best friend in the Hey, you know what? This is a jazz brunch. I don't hear no jazz. I want to introduce Mr. D. Lucas. D, I know you are a jazz man extraordinaire. I'm going to let you introduce yourself to the crowd, but then I want you to grab your horn and do your thing, man.
Okay. Well, I'm D. Lucas, saxophonist, recording artist. Been in Atlanta for 30 years. I'm originally from Alabama. Self-taught. Currently tour around the country, but thanks to COVID. But I just released my 9th album. Time is now. I'm gonna play one song from it, but Right about now, I'm gonna do one song. Okay. We're gonna go back to 2007. Is that all right? All
right.
We're gonna get back to it in a minute, Chef, because it's looking really good over there.
Now-
Let me help.
All right.
Good, yes.
Can I join you?
We're on the ulcers now. Let's check in with the chef. Chef, what's got going on here?
Well, back in the camp, we are actually here. We have some homemade spicy chorizo. This chorizo has a hit to it. Not a hard hit, but a good, has nice fennel in it. It has some really good seasonings in it. I've already cooked some off, so you'll see them over here on blanch. And I'm just making little patties out of it because we're going to take that and we're going to incorporate that into our meal. So I got that working while I have my lemon sauce working. We're going to talk about the rice. Now the rice takes about 35 to 40 minutes, so for camera times, I went ahead and made the rice ahead of time, right? So you're gonna use some long grain rice, okay? We're gonna use long grain rice. We're gonna use regular vegetable oil. So we're gonna use some regular vegetable oil for this. So we're gonna use something called sofrito, right? So sofrito is the main ingredient to any Puerto Rican, Caribbean food. It's cilantro, culantro, onions, garlic, oregano, a little bit of cumin. Pass that around and smell that. See how great that smells. So that's sofrito. That's your base. Okay. So we take some olive oil, put it in our pot. We add the sofrito, and we let that stir fry. Then we go ahead and we add a little bit of tomato sauce to that for coloring. And we add something called sazon. Now, I do not use Goya, so I'm not that Goya guy. Okay? Sorry, I'm not a Goya guy. I'm actually, I don't want to get political, but I banded them. And they know how many shows I've done for them, and I banded them. So I now use Guajillo. And I have redone all my recipes for over 32 years that were originally with Goya, and now they're made with Guajillo. So that's the new thing, right? So we go from there. We'll add that, we'll saute that together, and then you go to the store, you go to any farmer's market, and you get yourself pigeon peas. Okay? Pigeon peas, called gandules. Can you say gandules? Gandules. Gandules, right? So it's not from a pigeon, no. You gotta hear the things that I hear at the restaurant, right? But these are pigeon peas. Pigeon peas are just like a green bean, but they're just in the same family. They're just a little bit longer, and they're from the Caribbean island. Okay, and then we add that into our sofrito and our oil, and we mix that around. Once we get that really hot, we're going to throw some water inside of it, and then we're going to add our rice. Right? Once we add our rice, we're going to mix that around, and we're going to cook it for about 35 minutes, and then you'll get a rice that looks like that. Okay, so that's the yellow rice and peas. All right. Now let me show you how that asparagus looks. Remember we talked about that asparagus, how simple that recipe was. So now when you want to get all the flavor on it, you just take it, you just mix it around, and there you go. And you have some great asparagus. Good to go. Now I like the thin asparagus. Some people like thicker asparagus. I personally like the young asparagus, the thin asparagus. So it gets a little well done quicker. So you got to watch your heat, right? Okay. So we'll go from there. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn around these chorizos to show you what they look like. We'll turn this around, and we're just about ready to eat. You guys hungry yet?
Oh, yeah.
You're like, yeah, man, what's wrong with you? Shut up already and give me some food. No, so we're going to go ahead and finish this up. We're going to put some rice in the middle. We're going to put the asparagus on the other side. You guys have an omelet, and then I'm going to work on dessert. Sounds good? Yeah. Good. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Raul's. Raul's Latin American Cafe. Raul's Restaurant, Raul's Food Truck, Raul's Catering Service. 3795 Presidential Parkway. I've been in business for 32 years. I have retired from the kitchen 7 years ago. My son Emil and myself opened up a theater, Marietta's new theater in the square, on Marietta Square. First black-owned theater in Georgia. My son that's on the board right now, he is the artistic director. He's a graduate from Ball State University. And he's finishing up his master's at DePaul in Chicago. He's done 5 seasons in Marietta's new theater in the square, everything from August Wilson to In the Heights. We've done all across the board. There is never not a multiracial cast in our theater. We are about diversity. I am Puerto Rican. I am a Black Afro-Latino. I love my culture. I love my people. I love what I do. I love cooking, but I enjoy the theater just as much. I was able to be just as artistic in the theater as I was in the kitchen. Unfortunately, because of that C thing, we had to shut down. Exactly a year ago, we shut down. When we shut down, Emil came home from college because school was postponed for a minute, and he said, "What are we going to do?" I said, "I have no idea, but I know I can't stay at home." So I bought a food truck, I took the food truck out in May. We ran the food truck for about 3 months and found out that I never had closed my restaurant before. The people came out in droves. They were asking for it. They wanted it, so we opened up the storefront. Now we are serving the public again. At 3795 Presidential Parkway. I am trying to do some vegan food. I am trying to do some healthy food. I have learned after being 32 years in the business that you never know it all. I am now using meat substitutes. I'm using crumble. I'm using all of those great things, along with my Caribbean food, because if you think about it, sweet plantains, rice, anything, as long as it has oil. These are all vegan things that I didn't know they were vegan. But now I know they're vegan. That didn't help me any. But the reality of what it is that we were able to also realize that there is a demand with the vegan and people wanting to eat healthy and to get to that realm, right? So we've been able to take the Latin culture and the Latin food, and now we have over 9 selections of vegan food in our restaurant. That's right, Raul's Latin Kitchen has 9 varieties of vegan food. Come check me out, okay? Now, back to you.
My other BFF.
I do DoorDash, I do Grubhub. So, all right. So let me just give the whole story. So, when I opened up this restaurant, I said, I was very afraid of that seed, right? I was very, very afraid. God, I was so afraid. People were like, dude, relax, right? But I made a COVID-friendly restaurant. So what we did was, it's a storefront, it's a bodega. You guys know what a bodega is? Yeah. I created a bodega. So I went and I brought all of the island products into the front of the store, so you can go shopping and you can get your salamis, and you can get your coffees, and you can get your candies, breads, all those things from the island. And then in the back of the kitchen is where we're servicing as our commissary for people to come up to do DoorDash, Grubhub, Postmates, and a few other ones, and curbside pickup, if you wish. We also have an outdoor patio where you can sit down. We have about 25 seats outside. Really cool place. When you walk in, you feel like you're in a bodega. Only thing is, I don't have a cat on top of the bread. That is the only thing. But I'm working on that. So, yeah, it's a fun place. It's a real fun place. Family owned. Emil is in the kitchen with me now. I was helping him with his theater. Now he's in the kitchen with me. I have my older son working with me in the kitchen. I have my sister working with me in the kitchen. We're in our own little COVID bubble. And we are just serving and working our tails off and just trying to keep busy, because if you don't keep your mind busy and you keep it on the news, you're done. Okay? So, let's eat some good food, guys, all right? Thank you. Up to you.
All right, hey, just one more time, LifeLuxeJazz.com.
Yes. And speaking of COVID friendly, one of the things that people always say and they like about our event is the seating. Right.
Oh, yeah.
It's naturally COVID friendly because you're in your own little pods.
Oh.
So the seating is separated where you're with your group. Tracy will tell you, we had her 10 people all lined up together.
Okay.
So as much as possible, and especially for this year, when you come, and if you tell us there's 4 in your group, we'll seat 4 people together and we'll seat you away from the others. It's outdoors, it's on the beach, so that helps. And we're just taking every extra precaution to make sure that our demographic feels safe. So.
Excellent, thank you very much. Again, LifeLuxeJazz.com. You guys go and register, sign up. We're all going to be there. It's going to be the event of the travel season.
Yes.
We ain't been out the house in a minute, so it's time to get out, and we're going to meet you on those couches. Thank you. We're all, look at this. You look at this.
Yes.
All right. I want to. Stay in your lane. This is your whole house.
This is my lane. This is my house.
Maurice Bowman. I met Maurice a few months ago. Brother reached out to me. We talked. We connected. I'm going to let him tell his story. And I really want you to talk about your travels to Africa, what you're doing in Jamaica, what you're doing with the Black Travel Expo. I have some really dynamic friends.
That's not too special.
Well, because I really am.
since I was at the age of 5. My mom left Bermuda, which I was born in Bermuda, and raised half my life in Bermuda. My family's still there. And so last June, I was sitting at home after working from home in COVID, and I said, what am I going to do after travel? Because really all of my travel plans just kind of went away for last year. And so I started doing some research on travel. And I've been to Cabo, love it. And actually, so I'm going to put a little caveat there. I have an annual trip that I go to South Africa every year, every November. That week, I'm going to postpone that and come. And I'm going to move it. We're going to move it out a week. And then I'll see you in Cabo. And I'll bring all my friends and family with me. So they follow me wherever I go. So as a group of people that would do that. So we'll be there. All right. So long story short, I've been going into South Africa for the last 20 years. And so it just became a passion for me to go down there and really serve the local people in the townships, take school supplies, not necessarily money, they need things to function, okay? So really serving the community out there, taking school supplies and clothing for the kids and that sort of thing. So I've been a part of Black Travel Movement for a little while and just watching the activity take place in there and how people love to travel. And so last June, I did some research and came across several reports about Black travelers and the impact that Black travelers have on the travel industry. And one report came out in 2018 that said that Black travelers spent $60 billion in the travel industry. That was just in 2018. Then there's a company that came out in 2019 and said that prior to the pandemic, said that Black travelers have spent over $150 billion in the travel industry, leisure and business travel. So I was like, well, wait a minute. Why don't we have our own Black Travel Expo? It just clicks.
Yeah.
A place that we can go, a gathering place, a platform, a stage, so that we know who's who in the Black travel industry, who we follow as far as influencers on Instagram that are doing moves, having travel shows and all of that, who are doing jazz festivals, experiences in Cabo. I mean, we got to get the word out there so that we can support each other. So all I want to do is provide a platform for consumers to come together, tourism boards to come together, travel companies to come together, so that we all network and build each other up.
That is just amazing. Like everybody else, that is phenomenal.
Yeah, and everything that we do evolves around travel. I'm not just talking about going to the airport and get an airplane. You can take a bus, you can take a train, you can take your car.
A boat?
A boat.
Yeah.
And so everything that we do, and so the whole premise is to introduce people to entrepreneurs or exhibitors that are going to be there, that are going to have travel-related products and services.
Where is it?
And that's going to be October 14th through the 17th at the Atlanta Marriott Marquis. And it's going to be the inaugural. And so, the plan is that we can grow this so that we know what's happening in so that exactly, so that we know what's happening in the travel community, in the Black travel community, specifically. People of color, we need to know that.
Because we spend so many dollars on other events, and Diana and I are the only Black females international promoters out there, and we would love for our people. I mean, we're definitely all inclusive, but we definitely love for our people to come and support us. We're a top-notch event, and come check us out.
And so the Black Travel Expo is for that, so that you provide you with that space and that platform, so that you can get it out there.
Because that's what you hear people say all the time. Well, I didn't know.
I
didn't know that there was an Asian fusion restaurant. I didn't know that there was a dancing. I didn't know that there was a catering business. I didn't know.
Yeah.
And so that's.
So now there should be no.
There's no excuses.
All right, we're just about to start, but before we do, I want to give Jamie a chance to introduce himself. I just met the brother, don't know a lot about him. He's probably going to be one of my best friends.
Maurice Hall said food.
what he's doing 100%. He told me about it 3 or 4 months ago, and like he said, his light bulb went off. So did mine. I've got some contacts that I've been trying to filter his way. I live right around the corner from Palmer, so FYI. But yeah, I'm just glad to be here to meet everyone. So this has been great.
We appreciate
It's
you.
been
Thank
really
you.
great.
Chef, it looks like you've got everything plated and we're ready to eat.
So, you guys ready? Yeah. Let me present the food to you. I'm gonna give Greg a second to come on and work his way over here nice and close. And we're gonna go ahead and make a food presentation. As if though you didn't know what the hell I was doing. So, unfortunately, nothing here is vegan. No, that's not true. I'm only kidding. Actually, the rice is vegan.
The asparagus.
Asparagus is vegan.
Avocado.
The avocado is vegan until it touched that egg. And the flowers are edible, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be having a typical or a very cultural Latin brunch today while we celebrate the Life Luxe Jazz experience, okay? We have some asparagus with butter and honey. You guys like the way that came out?
Yes.
We have some yellow rice and peas. We have some sausages, some chorizo sausages. We have 2 omelets. One has portobello mushrooms, the other one doesn't. And then I have some seared, grilled, marked salmon with a lemon butter sauce. Mwah! And as we say in Puerto Rico, buen provecho. Enjoy. Thank you guys. If you really want to hear more about Raul's, go to www.raulthomas.com or Raul's Latin Kitchen, 3795 Presidential Parkway, right there in Tucson, off of Spaghetti Junction. Sit down, have a great meal, come talk to me. I cook live for you, just like this. I love you guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Hey, guys, we're gonna eat, but before we do, I want all you vegans to bow your head. Father, we thank you for the opportunity to bring friends, family, loved ones together. We thank you for this meal, the hands that prepared it. Please continue to bless Raul. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to share our experiences, to share our life. We look forward to all the blessings you have ahead for us. We are really looking forward to the Life Luxe Jazz experience. That is our purpose for being here. Continue to bless Terry and Diana. Bless their event. Bless the attendees. Bless every hand that is involved in the event. And we just thank you. We love you. And we say amen. Let's eat. Amen. Y'all go back to being heathens.
Was I being too naive in what I thought we could achieve? Girl, let me know the deal. If you think you keep it real, I can't seem to find it. Whoa. It's as if I never knew you. You leave me in a daze. Love seems so far away. Are you about to avoid my question with some kind of confession?
Oh no, we don't care. All right, DJ, kick it again.
Let me see your chest.
Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble.
Hey, big girl, make a bag it up. Make a bag it up. Hey, big girl, make a bag it up. Make a bag it up. Bag it up. Bag it up.
What's up, man? I was at
so naive in what I thought we could achieve. Girl, let me know the deal. If you think you keep it real, I can't seem to find you. Whoa, it's as if I never knew you. You leave me in a daze. Love seems so far away. Are you about to avoid my question with some kind of confession?
Oh no, we don't care. All right, DJ, kick it again.
Let me see your chest.
Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble.
Hey, big girl, make a bag it up. Make a bag it up. Hey, big girl, make a bag it up. Make a bag it up. Get up, get up.
Join us from November 4th through November 7th, 2021 for the Life Luxe Jazz Festival in beautiful Los Cabos. Featuring Avery Sunshine, Mesa, Mike Phillips, Raheem Devon, Eric Roberson, Naturally 7, Jeff Lorber, Leela James, Hiroshima, Confunction, and Bishop Marvin Sapp, exclusively at the Life Luxe Jazz Festival, November 4th through 7th, 2021 in beautiful Los Cabos. Mask up, be safe, and let's return to the Luxe Life in 2021.
After you play, I'm gonna hold this out. Let's talk about the dessert.
All right, so just give me a minute. I'll be ready for you guys to dessert in just about 30 seconds.
All right, wow. Clean it up. Let me tell you about this. This is really, really good. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, man.
This sausage, we got a little thick in it.
Chorizo.
Chorizo?
Yep.
It's a little spicy to me. It's a little spicy, no, but okay.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions? Anybody has any questions?
Why are you bringing Tupperware?
So you know when I do catering for us, and I say for us, when I do catering for us, the first thing I don't bring is food. I have the women check their purses at the door.
We need more champagne.
That's all the feedback from your house. First one, everyone. Salmon, so I seasoned it with herbs, salt, pepper, garlic, kosher salt.
I'll tell you, one of the worst products we had, and I would say
Sear pan.
they put the nice pictures up there. When you get there, you're like,
Sear, market,
what is this? And I had that happen.
well, you have to find out sauce.
There needs to be something where people go out here and look at these things, say $5, they're actually $5. Right. Yeah.
So part of the
Tender,
moving
rice and tender. Some people like, you know, I like it. I like rice and tender. Oh, you guys can do it. Okay.
And even have.
Yeah, the bit, okay. So I did a half and half. I did some of those under. Right, so today's dessert, which is really, really simple, as everybody's watching, I'm sure, in TV land, if you followed your recipe, as I had said before, this is really simple. I mean, this is just a real simple Sunday brunch, kind of having fun, summer out, you know, you guys keep eating, what's going on, we're drinking, we're doing, right? And we cut up our fruit, so we have our fruit in our little birthday cups. And then I know that your recipe says vanilla pudding, but I found some great banana pudding. So I'm putting some banana pudding inside of my top of my fruits, and it looks like I ran out, but I really did. And then once you put that banana in there, I'm going to take some strawberries and add some strawberries to another layer. And then I'm going to get ahead and I'm going to put some whipped cream inside. And after I put that whipped cream inside, I'm going to take some chocolate and I'll put some chocolate on top. And then after I do that, salted peppermint chocolate. Salted peppermint chocolate. Salted peppermint chocolate. And I'm going to finish this with some salted peppermint chocolate on top. And ladies and gentlemen, they're going to dessert of the day. And that is not vegan. I'm going to tease it. All right, enjoy. All right, thank you, guys. God, thank you very much for doing a fantastic job. Ladies, you know, I told everybody, when you're from the top, don't be.
Right, and you're breaking your own rule.
But that statement is really good, Don. But we are going to wrap up the live now. Again, I just want to say thank you to everyone. Chef, you did a fantastic job. Rick Joyner, you was the producer, and you didn't even know it. You did a fantastic job. Terry, Diane, thank you very much. Sean, Maurice, oh, Tracy. The thing. So good. Jamie, I got everybody. And again, oh, I'm gonna make him. Sorry, my first day on TV. Emil, Greg, thank you guys very much. You guys did a fantastic job. Everyone, we are going to do this again in May. We're going to do it outside next time. And then we're thinking about doing one live from Los Cabos. That would be the one.
I'll cook if you take me.
Again, Facebook family, Black Mountain Women family, live family, thank you guys for joining us. This was fantastic. I'm about to finish my steak and eat this dessert and drink a couple more mimosas. Thank you guys all. Love you. God bless everybody.
Join us from November 4th through November 7th, 2021 for the Life Luxe Jazz Festival in beautiful Los Cabos. Featuring Avery Sunshine, Mesa, Mike Phillips, Raheem Devon, Eric Roberson, Naturally 7, Jeff Lorber, Leela James, Hiroshima, Confunction, and Bishop Marvin Sapp exclusively at the Life Luxe Jazz Festival, November 4th through 7th, 2021 in beautiful Los Cabos. Mask up, be safe, and let's return to the Luxe Life in 2021.